You know what my favorite day is?
What is it?
Saturday.
You are here for the boys.
Listen, I love college football.
You do.
We had some fun last week, and this week we got some great stuff.
Hey, really good games last week.
We got some awesome stuff coming.
Yeah, no, Saturday was a lot of fun. Hey, listen, although I will say I'm a little depressed that the Colorado hype has died down. I'm not seeing Colorado on the TV every week anymore, but I did get to see a couple good games, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to your boys in Alabama. We'll talk about them here in a little bit.
We are.
Roll Tide, right?
Yes, roll damn Tide.
Is Milroe a top 8 Heisman candidate right now?
I think he is right now. I don't think he's going to stay that way.
He could. Hey, he keeps gaining 200 yards with his legs and his arm.
4 touchdowns. He just looks unstoppable.
He looks great.
He has another gear.
Yeah, so college football's fun right now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, welcome to Virginia in college football. What's that look like?
I mean, JMU.
It
looks like JMU. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Looks like JMU.
Yeah, James Madison, we're here for you.
At least they don't have a scandal.
They don't.
You know, Michigan has some scandalous stuff.
Hey, let's not talk about that. Let's just talk about the good stuff.
No, I want to talk about the scandal real quick.
Let's talk
now. Michigan is doing what every student in my class does when they get caught cheating or something. They go, "I wasn't cheating; he was cheating." Right?
Well, I think
now Michigan's accusing all the other Big Ten schools of they're sharing our plays.
But tell me, it doesn't exist.
Oh, it exists.
Yeah, and so if you're going to point the finger at me, point the finger at him too.
Cheating's not black and white. It's all gray.
It's all gray.
It's all gray. It's all
sports.
Who can get caught?
That's exactly what it is.
But they are absolutely
good for Harbaugh.
I don't know if it's good for Harbaugh.
Good for Harbaugh. Way to be ballsy enough to do it. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Why not?
Good. Well, I mean, we'll see. He might not be there next year. You go ahead because you've been on the Michigan train for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so please.
Do we want to talk about Michigan?
I think we need to talk about Michigan.
So let's talk about Michigan really quick. I got a couple things to say about Michigan, and we don't have the updated come out yet. We don't know exactly where Michigan's going to rank.
We should know by the end of this.
We may know by the end of this, right? But here's what it was: 41-13, another spanking that Michigan put on. Now, Purdue Boilermakers, we're not calling them competition.
No, they suck.
Yeah,
they're terrible.
However you want to say it.
Yeah, they suck. They're
however
terrible.
You want to say it.
They haven't played anybody.
But 41-13, okay? Here's what I'll say. J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Another 300 plus.
Yep.
Amazing game. The defense.
Defense look good.
Tell me about the defense. And they maybe have, I would say, at the beginning of the year, preseason ranking, best running back in college football.
Yeah, they might have the best two.
Could be the best two, right? And so I think Ollie Gordon's getting up there. I think he's doing really well in Oklahoma State. But listen, Corum, Edwards, they're doing amazing in Michigan. How is Michigan still ranked number 3?
Because they haven't played anybody.
And
who's their biggest win?
You always want to say that.
Who's their biggest win?
Who is it?
UNLV probably, right? They started the year with East Carolina. East Carolina's won 1 game this year. Okay? Yeah. They have played nobodies. Let's look at strength of schedule, right?
Look at strength of schedule, and then I want to tell you about something.
Yeah, go ahead. Strength of schedule so far. Okay? So why are they 3? Well, let's look at the other undefeateds, right?
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
3rd in strength of schedule.
Yeah, big
Florida
schedule.
State, 9th.
Yeah.
Washington, 19th. Georgia's 30th. And I would argue that Georgia's strength of schedule at 30th is a travesty. And you go, man, but they beat Missouri and Florida. Those are 2 tough games. Where's Michigan? 53rd. 53rd in strength of schedule so far.
But let me ask you this.
Yes.
How can I be blamed for just doing what I'm supposed to do?
Nobody's blaming you.
No. Hold on.
We're not going to give you credit.
Hold on.
Good teams.
Here's why I still think they deserve to be number 1 in the country.
Tell me.
Here's why. 2023 margin of victory. I'm just going to go. Let's go backwards. At number 5 in the entire nation. Okay.
Yep.
Is Georgia winning every game by 23.9 points on average?
Yep.
Then you have SMU winning every game by 24.1 points.
Yeah.
Penn State is 3rd. They're winning 28.3 on an average margin of victory.
Yep.
Oregon, who's your team? Pac-12 team, right?
Not my team, but
they're not your team, but you're high on Oregon.
Yeah.
You're high on Bo Nix.
I think they'll end up in the
we'll talk about that. But they're at 31.4.
Yep.
Guess who's leading the nation?
JMU.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Michigan. It's those mighty Wolverines, and they're doing it at 34.2. So what I'm saying is they were given a schedule.
Yeah.
Right? Now, based on that schedule.
Help create the schedule.
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
given the schedule, hey, we have to play who's in front of us.
You do.
Now, we can either do what average teams do and play down to our competition, or we can do what number one ranked teams do in college football and demolish everybody in front of us. And that's exactly what they've done. So how do we blame them for just doing what they're supposed to do? And that's what they've done at 34.2 a clip. Michigan, Wolverines. Second, right now, J.J. McCarthy sits at number 2 in Heisman favorites.
I don't think he is now.
He's number. Well, it might be Bo Nix. He might be a number 3.
I think he's like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, he might be 3.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not because he had a
maybe 5.
maybe 5, maybe 6, but I think he's 3 now.
Listen, I just want to say this. If I beat up a 6th grader, if I beat up an 11-year-old,
Right.
nobody's walking up to me and being like, yeah, man, that was great.
It depends on how tough the 11-year-old was.
Exactly.
There's
The
some
11-year-old that Michigan's playing is not tough at all, okay? This is Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
No.
Michigan's beating up on these wimpy programs.
Great series, by the way.
Horrible. Horrible, okay?
Great
They're
series.
beating up, and you want to go ahead and call them a champ. You want to crown them.
I want to crown them. I want to crown them.
Why? They're not beating
Right now.
anybody good.
Based on what has been in front of them, they've done
They're
everything asked of them to do. They
That's
can't
great.
win.
That doesn't give you the number 1 ranking.
I think it's
Their best win does not. It's not equivalent to anybody else's best win.
the committee's wrong. I'm here to say it right now. You heard it right here on the No Plays Off podcast. Alex Gullett's saying it right now. Michigan will win the national championship because they are the best team in the nation. And
Call
based
me
on what
after-
they've played,
After next week, we'll see because they play Penn State this weekend.
Yes.
So they're going to get some competition.
yes,
I just don't see it.
JJ eats Penn State up.
You had some Big Ten takes. You said Ohio State. You were talking all kinds of crap. They shouldn't be number 1.
No, Ohio State should not be number
They
1.
have the best resume.
I'm not saying they don't. Well, first of all, they're coach's team. They're Frank's team.
Yeah.
Now, Frank, your brother-in-law, my best friend since we were little, I don't give him any credit for anything. Number 1.
That's
okay.
That's
So
absolutely true.
Ohio State can't be number 1
Why though? It's
because it creates chaos in my life.
it doesn't though. It
But
doesn't.
it kind of does.
This is
when I
your
have to
first
hear him
year
say,
actually paying attention to college football.
and it's already creating chaos.
You love it.
I do.
We'll see where they rank today.
We'll see. And it should come out soon. It may come out live.
15, 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah, well,
It may come out
you
while
might
we're
have
here.
some live reaction. To
Yeah,
this.
and if they don't have Michigan at number 1,
But they're okay. They're
throw
not,
it away.
They're not.
Throw
they're
it.
not.
Throw it away.
They're going to be 3rd at best.
Throw
Again.
Throw it away. Throw
They're
it
gonna
away.
be 3rd at best.
We'll see.
Well, the number 1 team that will be there, Georgia. And Georgia was road test against Missouri. We said
Yeah.
it's a pesky Missouri team.
We
right?
did, and they had that gauntlet of the SEC coming up, and we
Yes.
saw them face Florida. We see them face Missouri. They got a couple tough games coming up still. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, excited to see Georgia what they were doing.
You said they keep winning, right?
They keep winning.
And they got a big issue.
Yes, I think Georgia's phrase should be right now: no Bowers, no problem.
Yeah, and
No Bowers, no problem.
I don't think he's going to be back either. I think
Nah.
his season's done, especially if you're a top 10 NFL draft.
So we'll have to wait to see his greatness in the NFL next year.
Yeah, he's going to be the best tight end in the history of
But listen,
football.
you text me this weekend. You said, "Hey, still undefeated." And you were talking about that guy,
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck the story is awesome. Okay?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
undefeated. Georgia, I believe, has the longest winning streak, longest undefeated streak that tied those Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah,
Those U
Miami
Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Right? It's
to the Clinton Portis years or the Michael Irvin years.
no, I think it is a Clinton Portis.
Clinton
Reggie
Portis,
Wayne,
yeah, that's it, yeah.
Kellen Winslow. I think it's those years. Georgia just looks unstoppable.
Yeah, they look good.
They look unstoppable.
A little closer this week than I thought it was going to be, but they still look good.
Carson Beck is a better college quarterback than Stetson Bennett. So imagine the team last year. He's a better college quarterback than Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett
Did you say some wild things without warning me?
For all the great things that he did. And
I'm going to need notes on all the wild shit you plan on saying.
That's fine. Listen, you can take all the notes you need, buddy, because it's not that wild. He has more tools in his tool chest.
Yeah, he's got more things in the bag.
He
So,
does.
yeah.
He has so much more upside. Now, the real question is, can Georgia remain unbeaten? What do you think?
I think they can. I think in the SEC they can.
So you think they run it, they win the SEC championship,
Yeah.
they walk in as a number 1, number 2
I think they
seed.
walk into a 1 or 2. Yeah,
Now they got some competition.
they do.
Alabama,
Bama's coming.
LSU. What a game.
Yeah, that was a great game, and your boy looked amazing.
He looked fantastic.
He did. He looked good. He looked really good. And so, really, Alabama, LSU, to me, it came down to the tale of 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I think we had talked previously before. We were like, hey, is this the week that Jaden Daniels is like, hey, I'm a Heisman candidate. I'm legit. I'm that guy. And he played well. But compared to what I saw Milroe, the timely plays, the third down conversions, the things that I saw him doing, kind of what Daniels was doing looked kind of average.
Daniels looked
Average.
fantastic. We were watching two very different games.
No,
Because
average.
Daniels looked fantastic until he got concussed.
He wasn't great throwing the ball.
He was dropping it in the bucket.
I saw some check downs. He wasn't hitting open receivers, not moving the chains.
Check downs. What I saw him is going, he's not covered. I'll just run for
Maybe
20
you would
yards.
say making your read, right? Making your read.
He was going through his progression.
But you're
and when
playing
nothing was
LSU,
there-
Alabama. You have to take those shots.
Listen, I don't know how you would say he looked average.
I would say compared to what I saw Milroe do, and I'm not a Milroe fan,
No, you're not.
right? I'm not a Milroe fan, but when I was watching that game, it was clear to me that Milroe was the better quarterback on the field.
See, I don't think he
To me,
was.
yeah, but I think when I looked at it,
That's
throwing
what
the
I saw.
ball.
I think. I think Daniels could be the next Lamar Jackson. He could go end of round one and shock everybody in the NFL.
he could.
Similar
He really
build, similar style. He's twitchy. He's got some wiggle to him.
could. So I want to read this to you.
Yeah.
All right. Jaden Daniels, 15 to 24, 219 yards, 2 tutties, 1 interception.
And the interception was off a tip ball.
Off a
up
tip
in the air.
ball,
It was
yeah.
gonna be
And then he ran 11 times for $163.
11 times for $163.
Every college quarterback does that nowadays.
No,
Okay, so listen. I want to give you Milroe. 15 to
JJ
20,
McCarthy doesn't do that.
15 for 23, 219 yards.
Yep.
No picks, no touchdowns.
No picks, no touchdowns thrown.
20 rushing attempts, $155, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. So what you're telling me
It
is
was timely. It was the right play at the right time.
Daniels ran for more yards and less attempts.
Passed for more yards.
Ran for more yards,
Yes.
and less attempts as well.
Correct.
Hmm. Huh.
Correct.
I
I think
I
Daniels,
love Alabama. I love Milroe. Things are finally clicking. You called it last week and said, I think we saw some stuff in that fourth
I
quarter.
think we did.
I think we saw some stuff. Can Alabama beat Georgia?
Hmm. On their best day, yes.
I think it's going to take their best game.
On Georgia's best day, no.
Yeah.
So if Georgia has a down game and Alabama plays their best day, yeah, I think Alabama can beat Georgia.
Alabama has to go undefeated or win the SEC in order
Correct.
to get to the Natty.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to believe that this team could go to the national championship.
Georgia without Brock Bowers,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about covering that guy. You can play some linebackers.
You can throw, you can throw all kinds of guys out there.
Yeah.
This is
And
such
I never want to count out Saban.
no,
Never.
because Saban, I guarantee you, Saban made that 20 point, 10 point, no,
Yeah.
20 point victory.
Yeah.
Probably made it feel like a loss.
Yeah, for sure.
What the hell are you guys doing on here, and here? What the hell? Can we get some separation wide receivers?
Yeah. It's
Special
crazy.
teams. He's going to go crazy about something. Okay. Hey, coverage. He will show the Jaden Daniels running plays over and over.
Well, he
and
gashed
over
their
again.
defense. He did gash their defense, but
If
listen,
he doesn't get concussed, that's a different game.
and maybe that's the difference that I saw. Maybe it was the concussion. Maybe I don't know.
Was it a dirty play?
Is
Listen,
it dirty playing football?
I don't think so.
I mean, it's
and if it
football.
is, I think you take it. I
Yeah.
think it's worth the 15 yards. It's worth the ejection.
100%.
If I can hit you under the chin,
And I
knock
wish
you out
no
the game.
harm to anybody, especially these kids playing football. But he's making $1 million. He's making $100,000.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
To me, this is part of the game. Football.
It's a contact sport.
Football is it's a combat sport. I
It
would
is.
say
Yeah.
it's about ruthless aggression.
Now we've talked about 2 good quarterbacks,
Yeah.
but there's 2 other quarterbacks that played this week.
Yeah, the Heisman winner and Heisman favorite.
Yes. The Heisman winner, Heisman favorite. I just got some balloons. Did you see
I
that?
saw that, man. I was like, whoa.
What was that?
I don't know. Because you said Heisman winner, Heisman favorite. I don't know.
Did I just alert the phone to give me some balloons?
No, that was great though.
I hope it shows up because I deserve those balloons. I told you guys I had balloons in the last
You
episode.
probably sent them to yourself.
Oh.
Listen, Michael Penix and Caleb Williams, right?
Yes.
Dueling it out west.
It was a duel.
That was so great.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a great game.
Great game. It lived up to what it was supposed to be.
It did. And again, Washington continues to dominate offensively. And
Those
US
receivers are legit.
Oh, it's Adunze is great. Boyd's great.
Yeah.
Penix, he just makes these throws where you go,
You don't give him any credit.
I give him tons of credit. I
You
just
know,
don't
you
think
say
a
he's
top
not gonna
10 pick.
That
I'm
guy.
saying not. Listen, I give him plenty of credit. He's not a top 10 pick in the draft.
That's a dude. What
He's not.
hypocrisy do we have going on
He's,
here?
he's not. When you watch him play and watch Caleb Williams play, those are two very different
It's two
NFL
different styles
specimens.
of quarterback.
It's
It's
not
like
really.
saying Tom Brady and
It's not really though. No, it's not. Who's Tom Brady? Penix?
yes,
Penix has wiggle. This is more
slight
like
wiggle.
no. It's
He's not like
slight-
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Yes,
wiggle,
it's
wiggle.
like wiggle, wiggle.
He's like, wiggle.
It's you are ridiculous, right? You are Mr. Unincredible.
I'm
right
just saying,
Okay.
like that's yeah.
No, USC continued their crappy defense. So bad that they
Unbelievable.
fired Alex Grinch. They were like, "Yeah, we're not waiting for Christmas, Grinch. You're out of here."
He should have went 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was probably at least a week too late.
Yeah, they ruined their season with that, but that's all right.
Can I tell you who Washington has left?
Yeah,
This is bad, right? So
it's
this
the
is
gauntlet, bro.
Utah. They're playing Corvallis. Oregon State, who is
They're scrappy.
gritty, man.
They're
They're
scrappy.
gritty.
Yeah,
And then again, you have the Apple Cup,
you do. Washington State,
Washington State.
and then they got to go to that Pac-12 chip too.
Yeah, if they go undefeated, congratulations.
Yeah,
Guess what? You lose now, you're probably not going to the Final Four.
no, for sure. If they lose one of these games, hey, the Utes are no pushover.
No,
That's going to be a great game.
it is.
That's going to be a great game.
I think Oregon State.
I like Washington in all three, though.
Okay. Again, if it's a rematch, which isn't a home game, it's a neutral site.
Neutral
right?
site.
So you have Oregon versus Washington. Who do you got? Do you still have Washington?
I'm taking Oregon.
See, I'm taking Oregon.
Give me that grown man Bo Nix. That mature man grown Bo Nix.
Could be a Heisman winner, Bo Nix.
Here's my theory.
Okay.
Penix is going to be the Heisman favorite going into the Pac-12 championship.
Okay.
Bo Nix outplays Penix. Oregon wins by 20.
Uh-huh.
Bo Nix wins the Heisman.
I don't hate it.
This is what it is.
I don't hate it at all.
Tell me I'm wrong. You can't.
I don't think you're wrong.
No, 'cause I'm right.
I think, yeah, it happens once or twice a week. I think Oregon's defense avenges that loss. Remember, they lost in Washington. Okay, neutral field is neutral field.
It is.
You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
So I think Oregon ends up beating Washington. That being said, this Washington offense is historic.
There's not another stadium in Washington State for them to play in, nor in Oregon.
No.
They'll have to go some
No, it's probably Pasadena, right? I think
Yeah.
Pac-12 is Pasadena.
Pasadena. Yeah,
Go Rose Bowl. Go ahead and see that.
that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
I don't think. Why don't you check and see if the college football has dropped their stuff? I swear to God, if it's Michigan.
CFP rankings reveal hasn't come out yet.
Okay. Well, who do you think is going to be in the top 6?
Who do I think's built for the top 6 right now? All right, so let me give you my top 6.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. Now, this is Alex's top 6. This is just what I think it is, and we've argued about this already. At number 6, I'm going to go 6. Right, we'll go backwards.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Oregon.
Okay.
I have Oregon at number 6. At number 5, I have Alabama.
Okay.
Roll Tide.
Yep.
At number 4, I have Ohio State. Yeah, that's right. Number 3, strength of schedule. I got them at 4.
Okay.
At number No. Sorry. I had them at 3. That's my bad. I messed it up. So at 6, I have Washington. No. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just start from the top. We're to redo this. All right. So you announce. Give it to me again. Bring me in.
All right.
This is what it's for.
We're
This is what we do.
Listen, it's only here, all right? No plays off.
No
We're not
plays
taking
off.
any plays off.
Sometimes we make mistakes.
We throw the red flag. We check the review.
We've got the terrible towel out.
All right. So give me your top 6 college football
Yeah,
teams.
that's what we're at right now. This is what I'm going to do. Give me Oregon
Okay.
at number 6. Give me Florida State
Wow.
at number 5.
It's a good one.
Give me Alabama at number 4.
Wow.
At number 3, give me Ohio State.
Okay.
At number 2, give me Georgia.
I cannot.
And at number 1, if you got balloons, send them. Give me the Michigan Wolverines. That's right. And on the outside looking in, I got Washington and Texas. But that's my 6. Oregon, Florida State, Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan at number 1.
Yeah, let me tell you how wrong you got it. Okay, and you know what? The college football committee is going to get this wrong too. They're going to put Michigan at 3. Okay, they're gonna have some wild rankings. Let me tell you mine. Michigan hasn't played anybody. They're 6. They're on the outside,
Not true.
far outside. They haven't played anybody. If UNLV is your best win, sorry, it's not good enough. Alabama's 5. They probably have the toughest loss when you look at Texas at home. It's a home loss.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But since then, they've played lights out. They played outstanding.
Texas?
No,
Alabama? Yeah, no, Alabama's great.
Yeah.
Where do you have them at? Number what?
I have them 5, just on the outside. I have
Okay.
Washington 4th, just because the Pac-12 is a little bit softer
So you
than these other places.
You're going not yours, but what?
I'm going mine. No, these are mine.
You're following the
Michigan-
college football rankings, is what you're telling
No,
me.
this is what I'm saying it is.
This is Paul's.
Yes.
Not to see a
No, this is Paul. Michigan 6, Alabama 5, Washington 4, Ohio State 3. We're going to go Florida State 2 because they've actually played teams. And number 1 is your Georgia Bulldogs.
I hate that for you. I hate that for you.
Listen,
Michigan at 6?
Michigan is 6. They haven't played anybody. How can you reward teams that don't
So I'm
play
guessing you have
anybody?
Oregon and Texas outside looking in, or do you have
I do. I
Oklahoma
would have-
over Texas?
No, I would have Oklahoma to me is an afterthought. They lost their second game.
Yep.
Sorry, you're out of here, buddy. My 7th team would probably be Oregon. My 8th team would be Texas.
Yeah.
And Texas is
And then Michigan, Alabama, Washington, Ohio State, Florida State, University of Georgia.
Yep.
That's insane to me.
I don't think it's that insane.
That's crazy to me.
I don't think it's that insane. I think we're going to have some fun stuff. Do you want to give us some bets?
Yeah, are we ready for best bets?
I think we are best bets for the college football week.
Yeah, so Saturday's best bets, man. This is fun stuff. Let's talk about it. Game number 1, give me Michigan. That's right, my number 1 team in the nation. Give me Michigan -5 at Penn State. Look, everybody's saying it's a good game. It's going to be a great game. I think Michigan rolls Penn State.
How much do they beat them by?
I think 14.
Okay.
I think they're 2 touchdowns. They should be a 2 touchdown favorite.
Rolling.
Well, when they're finally playing somebody, we'll see. Whatever.
Somebody.
And second game, give me Texas -10 at TCU. There's not much travel going on here, right? It's not good. They're not going far.
Game.
Yeah. So give me Texas -10. I think that's a crazy line.
Yep.
That's a crazy line.
You looked at this last one.
And then I looked
4
at the
or 5
last one.
times.
Yeah, I did. I had to. Listen, I'm going to go because I got really impressed by them last week. And I may be just kind of falling into the trap. I may be.
Yeah.
But give me Oklahoma State -2.5 at UCF. I love it. I think they travel to Florida.
I worry about their big game was last week in Bedlam.
It was Bedlam. It was the Bedlam.
I worry about a letdown from Oak State. But you like them. You like their quarterback, right?
I like the running back. I think Ollie Gordon is amazing. Like that kid's running the ball like crazy. So yeah, that's my best bets. College football. Saturday's best bets. Michigan -5 at Penn State. Texas -10 at TCU. And Oklahoma State -2.5 at UCF. Let's give it one more look before we get before we end it. Okay?
We got one more thing we got to talk about.
We do. Well, let's get into that, and then hopefully it'll come out before that.
All right. So there's something that just dropped. Some content dropped, right?
It did. I just saw it.
And it brings up an interesting question because we all know when somebody says, "Listen, today's election day," right?
Yeah.
When somebody says, "I do not want to run for president,"
What are they going to do?
You're going to run for
They're
president.
going to run for
buddy.
president.
You're gonna run for president.
Yeah, we knew that. Yeah.
Prime just dropped a quote. "I'm not built for the NFL." Listen, there's been a lot of discussion with the Bears job opening up, probably.
Yeah.
With the Raiders job opening up. Who knows? Atlanta might open up. Things like that.
Yeah.
So the question is, who is a better fit for the NFL? Harbaugh or Prime?
That's tough. That's a good question. Harbaugh's been there.
He has.
Went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to give you the M&M treatment because I'm taking Prime. I know you're on Harbaugh's side.
I cannot believe it.
I'm going to take Prime. So let me give him the 8-mile treatment real quick. Yeah, he's been to a Super Bowl. Yeah, he coached the 49ers. Great defense. Sure, Colin Kaepernick was the leader. Yeah, all that. We already know all that. But can I tell you about Prime?
I know something about you.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about it right now.
Prime went to Colorado. No, he's not a fool.
No, he's not a fool. Yeah, everybody from the 3-1-3, right? And so, look, greatest cornerback to ever play in the NFL. Hands down. Tell me one better. You can't.
Jason Sehorn.
Absolutely not.
Shout out. Sneaky athletic.
High school coach for 12 years.
Yeah.
While being an NFL analyst.
Yep.
From high school to HBU Jackson State.
HBCU.
HBCU.
But
That's
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HBCU. Right? And led them to 2 SWAC championships. While also showing his recruiting dominance. Because who did he bring to the table?
Travis Hunter.
Travis
Number
Hunter.
one recruit in the nation.
Yeah. Baby Dion.
Yeah.
Two-way.
Probably better.
Baby Dion. That's what Prime
Probably
says.
better, yeah.
Probably better. Now at Colorado. And listen, we knew Colorado, it wasn't going to be an overnight success. There was a lot of hype. We talked about it a whole lot.
Yeah, 1 win last year.
1 win last year. They're already so much better. Much improved. He just has something that sets him apart. He just has something that sets him apart. And at every level, he has shown that something. Now, what I do know is that I'm super excited for the recruiting class at Colorado this year.
Yeah.
I really want to see what Prime's able to do because I think these kids are going to want to play for Prime. But you want to know what else I believe? There's enough respect, and he walks into a room and people just it's like he's like a magnet to people that I think there'll be NFL players that want to play for Coach Prime. I think free agency. I think all of those things he can draw. And so not only has he shown that he's the best, one of the best to ever play the game in the NFL, could be a top 10 player ever.
Maybe.
Another discussion. Already he's the greatest HBCU coach we've ever seen.
Maybe.
Quickest turnaround, Jackson State.
Yep.
What he was able to do, right? We'll see what he does here. But listen, Coach Prime, he's had success at every level. Why not take it to the NFL? Tell me why not.
I'll tell you why. And again, we'll get off of Prime. We'll get on Gatorade or something like that because, yeah.
My kids drink Prime right now.
I drink Prime. It's a good drink.
It's a good drink.
He's a good coach.
He's a great
Stay
coach.
in college. The NFL is not for you.
Is he right? He said it. I'm not built for NFL.
Yeah, he is absolutely right. This is not somebody saying, "Hey, I don't want to run for president," then runs. Okay, we should trust Prime with what he's saying because he's not built for the NFL.
Yeah.
And in order to listen, less than 1% of college players play in the NFL.
True.
Okay. Now he has all this sway over these college kids because I saw you. He's swaggy. He's good. He can whisper sweet honey into their ear.
He drives his golf cart with rims up there to
And
see
they
him.
end up going to school, and that's awesome. Okay, but that same swagger is going to turn dudes off in the NFL. You know why? Because everybody in the NFL will look at him and go, "I'd have burnt you back in the day.
Yeah.
I'd have burnt you." All of them. They have to be. You know why? Because NFL players are gladiators. They have to walk in the building thinking, "I am the best.
Yeah.
I would have burned you up. I would have torched you back in the day."
Dion could have covered Justin Jefferson easy.
Listen, but I guarantee you there's not that same respect of, oh, yeah, there's not that reverence. It's probably a healthy respect. There's not a reverence that you have in college football. In college football, you're not a coach. You're a god. What you're telling me, I'm going to listen because I want to get to where you've been.
Yeah.
Whereas in the NFL, it's,
I'm here.
I've done it. I've done it before. You can't tell me anything. I've done this.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
just playing for you. I'm playing to cash them checks for legacy.
Yeah.
Now look at Harbaugh. Listen, you talk about quick turnarounds. He's turned around college programs.
Yes.
San Diego State,
Absolutely.
turnaround. Stanford,
Turnaround.
right? Then he goes into the NFL, turns around San Francisco. I know, listen, let me tell me something about you, right? I get you, Eminem. I get you, B-Rabbit.
B-Rabbit.
NFC title game.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
NFC title game.
Lost to his brother.
And then all of a sudden, the GM gets a little too big for his britches.
He
Trent
did.
Baalke says, "Hey, I don't want to give you personnel choices." And Harbaugh goes, "Look at my resume. What are you freaking talking about?" He was 49, 22, and 1.
You don't think the NFL's moved past Harbaugh yet?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
I think the way he runs that Michigan offense,
Yeah.
it's
Very
a
similar.
hybrid NFL college style.
Very
that
similar.
Fits perfectly. Now, does Harbaugh wear out his welcome? Absolutely.
Probably.
You can take Harbaugh for about 4 years and then that's it. But hey, those 4 years, he's definitely going to take you somewhere that you should be.
So tell me this. Final question for you.
Yep.
You're Jerry Jones in this moment.
Yes.
Prime and Harbaugh have both said they will come back to the NFL and coach the Dallas Cowboys. And you get to make a choice. You're picking Prime or you're picking Harbaugh to be the next coach of the biggest franchise in the NFL. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Harbaugh. Hands down.
Wow.
First of all, he's going to have so much resentment for San Francisco that it's just going to make him want it that much more.
Yeah.
You did me dirty. I should still be coaching in San Francisco. I shouldn't have been banished to college. I've turned around Michigan, who was dog crap before I got here. Okay. Took them to great heights, back to where I think Michigan football should be. Now let me come do that for the Star.
Wow. So yeah, I'm going to ask you guys too, really quick. Hey, you're Jerry Jones. You just packed Mike McCarthy. He's gone. He's out of here. And you got Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, who says, "Hey, I'm ready to coach the Dallas Cowboys." And you got Harbaugh saying, "Hey, I'm ready to leave Michigan and coach the Dallas Cowboys." And you got to make that choice. Who are you picking? Paul, you're taking?
Harbaugh.
And I'm taking Coach Prime. Let us know who's wrong or right, man. We want to get this. Who are you picking? Who are you picking? I think it's easy. I think it's got to be Coach Prime.
It's definitely Harbaugh.
Wow, that's crazy.
Definitely Harbaugh.
Do we want to check and see if it's out before we move on?
Let's see. I think they're gonna have some nonsense.
All right,
It's gonna be Michigan third.
We're looking up really quick. We want to see if the college rankings are out, released yet. Updated CFP.
All right,
rankings.
so this is what I think it's gonna be.
All right, give me your move.
I think it's at number 1. I think they're gonna put Georgia. I think at number 2 they're gonna put Ohio State. I think at 3 they're gonna have Michigan, and I think 4 they're gonna put Florida State.
Can I tell you what it is?
Tell me.
Here's the reveal. No Plays Off podcast reveal. At number 1, let's start. At number 10, Penn State.
Yeah.
At number 9, Ole Miss.
Okay, they're gonna be out of there too.
At number 8, Alabama.
Wow.
At number 7, Texas.
Okay. Yeah.
At number 6, Oregon.
Yep.
At number 5, Washington.
Okay. Number 4,
At number 4, Florida State.
Florida State.
At number 3, Michigan.
Michigan.
At number 2, Georgia.
Wow, they put Ohio
And at
State
number
1.
1, Ohio State still takes the number 1.
Best resume.
Yeah.
Best resume. Wins over
Hey,
Notre
listen,
Dame.
you've heard my take. Michigan should be number 1. His take is Ohio State deserves number 1.
Yep.
Hey, I told you he was giving you the CFP rankings. It is what it is.
Listen, sometimes when you're right, you're right.
That's what it is.
One of us knows college football. The other one's learning.
Yeah, it's
Let me
true.
teach you a little something.
It is true. Hey, listen, yeah, a great episode. Love
Great
college
episode.
football. A lot of good stuff coming next week. Can't wait to talk to you about Michigan over Penn State next week. Hey, check it out, man. College episodes dropping every week. The Nose Plays Off podcast.
Make sure you guys subscribe, all right? Let us know what you want us to talk about, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get us enough subscribers. Share it. We want to go live. We want to hear from you. We
That's
want to tell you why you're right, why you're wrong. And remember, while we're still doing this podcast, we're going to take no plays off.
No Plays Off.